Hello everybody, welcome back to another historical segment here on Skoa Nation. I am your host, Senpai Ara Ara. There's a lot of different historic monuments in the city of Norman, and with this video today, we're going to look at all of them. Starting today, we have the first house ever built in Norman. It's built on the modern day Main Street, where this street was once home to all of the major businesses, but now obviously Norman has diversified and become larger. So this is no longer the main area to be in Norman, but you know, it was the first ever house built. It's now abandoned, unfortunately. Oh, here we actually have a local. Sir, come here. Are you interested in doing an interview?
Oh, yeah. Country Crap by Mark, Doug, and Joe.
Can you do an interview about the knowledge you have about...
Oh, yeah. Okay, so this house used to be the spot, man. The person that used to live here was crazy. He was always throwing ragers. Him and his wife would, make some cookies and stuff. And me and the bros, you just pull up. We do some things that probably can't say on camera.
Okay.
But we would have a blast and totally mess the place up. Rip Joe, that's who used to live there. Joe and Samantha Martha, that was her full name. She was the GOAT. Hashtag shout out them.
Yeah, that is very true. Samantha and, did you say Joe?
Yeah, Samantha Martha.
Samantha and Martha were actually...
Samantha Martha, that was
her first was... I see, sources online don't always tell you the correct information. See, Samantha...
Yeah, man, you can't even trust those people online, man. They're always saying stuff that you can't believe. None of it is true, bro. The government controls all of it. You gotta listen to me, dude, because I'm keeping it real. I'm out here on the streets walking. You know, that's what they don't want the government. Government doesn't want you doing that. That's what all this
Wow.
is for.
Where can people find you?
Man, just out and about. You know, I'm out here in the streets of Norman. You can sometimes find me out in the streets of Moore. But, yeah, man, I used to be able to find me over here at Joe and Samantha Martha's house. That was the GOAT.
The GOAT. So, as you guys can see, this house used to be loved by locals until Samantha Martha
Samantha Martha was her name.
Until Samantha Martha unfortunately passed away. Now it is left uninhabited, and there have been a lot of restoration efforts towards it, but they still haven't, landed the correct contract to acquire the property. In addition to some of the other historical areas on Main Street, behind us we have the now Mango Cannabis store, as you can see behind me. Originally, in the 1980s, Norman and mostly Oklahoma in general was a big user of cannabis. Even though it was illegal, people still had it imported from other countries such as Mexico, as they do now. And this building was actually what modern kids would say the trap of Norman in the 1980s, because this is the place that this is the building where they would sell cannabis in the old days. And then as time evolved and legal restrictions have been lifted and different laws were put in place, people can now legally buy cannabis in the state of Oklahoma with a med card, and it's just nice that to see that they're keeping their old traditions alive and really making a dispensary out of the original illegal dispensary, kind of showing the evolution of cannabis in Norman. Another little known fact that a lot of locals don't actually know is that this sculpture that is to the right of me is actually where the first ever tree planted in Norman used to sit. Now, around 12 or so years ago, from the date of this recording, this tree actually broke from a tornado and strong winds that were coming through the area. So in memoriam of this tree that was so important to the locals, they actually made this sculpture to kind of similar monumental value. And they came up with this. A little abstract, that's why a lot of people really don't know the true meaning behind this sculpture, but the more you know.